News. I did a video on Twitter telling you guys, I said, breaking news, WB Discovery representative will be confirming some of my leaked information this week. In an interview, according to my source, it will be through Variety News outlet. I'll be making a video on this ASAP and dropping it this week along with the official interview. I also said, you guys know I don't give out names, but this time I will. The news outlet is Variety Media. I told you so. And I said, oh, I forgot to mention it's a guaranteed confirmation. Now, Joe Timson said, I'm ready for this, man. So I saw the story about Havoc not being DLC. Well, I hope he's a main character in some way on the roster, which he is. Now, so that interview has actually came out 2 days earlier than it was supposed to. It came out on November 28th instead of December 1st is when it was supposed to come out. So let's jump into it. I told you guys it was going to be through this news outlet right here. And this is the news outlet. Now, so basically what's going on in this article is James Gunn said that DC Universe will connect film, TV, animation, and games, which is what I told you guys. Now, before we actually get into the article, I want to show you the video that I made. Well, actually, let's read first, and then I'll show you the vehicle. How about we do that? Now, James Gunn is the new co-chairman and co-CEO of DC Studios, along with Peter Safran, and he confirmed on a Twitter Q&A with fans that the DC Universe under his watch will be connected across film, television, animation, and video games. But that doesn't mean Gunn and Safran are putting a ban on standalone projects that exist outside of the larger interconnected DCU. In recent years, the animated series Harley Quinn and films such as Joaquin Phoenix starring Joker and Robert Pattinson, the Batman, has told DC stories separate from that of the main universe. Now, yes, some Gunn answered when a fan asked, will there still be some standalone projects? Okay, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, so let's skip to the part we're actually talking about. But Gunn also confirmed that he is planning to give more DC characters their own television series. Now, this goes for Mortal Kombat also, so keep that in mind. Own television series in order to build out the DC universe. That goes for Mortal Kombat also because they want to build out the MKU. Adding, yes, most definitely the DCU will be connected across film and television animation. Mind you, WB owns Mortal Kombat. It is damn near considered a DC property. It is a DC property. When one fan asks, are there plans for games to be connected to the DCU as well? He said what, y'all? He said yes. Now, the one area Gunn will not be focusing on is DC Comics because he don't have control over DC Comics. But wait, this get real juicy. Although he told one fan there will be very open communication. I told you NRS was working on that communication with the CEO of WB Discovery. Between his DC Studios and DC Comics, Gunn added, as everyone knows, I'm a huge comic book fan and I hope everyone will lead to more people reading DC Comics and vice versa. But Peter and I are not in charge of the comics, just all film DC entertainment. Now, Gunn and Safran assumed their new roles at DC Studios on November 1st. In their new positions, the duo oversee film, TV, and animation at DC Studios and report to Warner Brothers Discovery president, CEO David Zaslav. I made plenty of videos about him. Now, Gunn stressed again during his Twitter Q&A with fans that he will continue to personally direct select DC film and TV projects, which is those standalone movies that I told you that they were going to be making for the Mortal Kombat characters. Now, despite being in charge of DC Studios, Gunn's most recent directorial effort was Disney and Marvel's The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which launched on the 25th on Disney Plus, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Not only do I love Marvel, he said, I was the first person I told after I did the deal with DC. John Cena was the second. Now, before we get into the whole John Cena thing, you know exactly where I'm going with that, right? Before we get into that, let's go ahead and confirm that I told you guys this was going to happen before it happened. Now, I told you guys in the tweet that it was coming. And then also I said it here in this video. Now, this audio is a little low, so I want you to listen closely to what gets said in this audio. But don't worry, I will link the video, or you can just go to my channel and type in Mortal Kombat 12 Slow Blind will be canon for the MK universe being developed by WB. You'll find it that way. But listen closely to what I say here. Listen closely. That is the official term that they will be using going forward, and MKU will be used for the movies. Now, Mortal Kombat Snowbind is being used to shape the new lore of Mortal Kombat. I told you guys in a couple of previous videos that they were going to be canonized across the entire spectrum of the Mortal Kombat universe, meaning that comic books will be canon, and the animated films will be canon, and the movie will be canon in different ways. Now, I am told that they are experimenting with universes, so you can have some of these things still be canon, but exist through different properties. For example, you have that animated thing that you see on your screen, which is Mortal Kombat Snowblind. We're going to get into that in a second, but I need to give you a backstory before we get into that. This animation will play directly into and will continue through the comic book series, and it's going to continue through the animated video games. The video games are animated. Doesn't matter how realistic they look. They fall 1, 2, 3 right after each other. So they're going to be using other properties to retcon a lot of characters and to tell a new lore. Mortal Kombat 12 has set the ground by being able to be something brand new without restrictions or having to stick to a script. So okay, so if you want to watch that video, you can go watch it to get more information. I really don't want to get no copyright strike on that for running that, because you know how DC is with their stuff. So with that being said, what did I say in that video? I told you, very open communication. DC Studios and DC Comics, they're all working together. And look at this, DCEU will be connected across film, television, and animation. Now, a lot of you, let me go ahead and debunk this before you say it. A lot of you are going to say, well, you could have been known this. This was November 28th. The video you did today came out December 1st. You definitely could say that to try to make an argument to make it look like I'm a liar. But guess what? How did I know this information 3 months ago? This 3 months ago. This was August the 12th, 2022. So this video pre-outdates this article. So for those of you that's going to try to make the claim that I lied or just found this and made it up and made it sound good, explain how I knew this 3 months ago. Explain that. Please explain that in the comments. Now we got that out of the way. Let's move on to evidence number 2 for John Cena. Now, right, where is it? John Cena was the second. Now, for those of you that don't know, this guy, where is it? Gunn is best friends with John Cena. That's why he was the second to know. Look, he wrote to fans after his DC hiring was announced. Contrary to popular belief, $1 less for Marvel was not $1 more for DC. DC Marvel common goal, keeping their experience vibrant and alive. So now that I got that out the way, let's hit back. Let's go hunting. Who is this? John Cena as Stryker. Look at that. That was 3 months ago. Now, who's in charge of standalone films? Who's in charge of standalone films? His best friend is in charge of standalone films. That was 3 months ago. I told you John Cena as Stryker. That was an update. But guess what? But wait, there's more. So I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to type in... fuck, I didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to type in John... Why? Oh, right there. John Cena. Let's see. Now, the first John Cena video I made, look at this, guys. This is when I used to make regular videos back in the day. Oh, so long ago. I went from 29 views to, Jesus Christ. But anyway, I made this video 6 months ago. NRS wants John Cena as Stryker. Ronda Rousey destroyed story mode. Made another one, NRS and John Cena as Stryker update. John Cena as Stryker, WB and NRS news update, Mortal Kombat 2 to tie in, plus more. This is when I really started to talk about that that world and everything and stuff, as far as universes and stuff. Mind you, this was months and months and months and months and months ago. So for those of y'all naysayers, yeah, you really got to find something else to say, because I just blew y'all out the water with this one. So I know this is not your typical video, but I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. Do you believe what I'm saying is actually coming true, as far as how much do you trust my source at this point? Has there been enough circumstantial evidence for you guys to be like, this guy may be onto something? Or is this not enough proof at all? I'm very curious to hear what you got to say about that, because I really want the naysayers to explain, how did I know this was gonna happen, especially 3 months ago about the John Cena stuff? How did I know about the Havoc information, or whatever the case is? And be sure to go check that video out. How did I know any of this stuff? WB CEO, what? Come on now. Scraps old fatality systems. Don't want the LBGT stuff in the games anymore. Shaolin Monks gets a reboot. Conquest mode. Come on now. Ed Boon denies Combat Pack 3 by Warner. 30th anniversary drama. The MKU is canon. Come on. Come on. Even some Grand Theft Auto 6 news about a female lead. That was 3 months ago, before that leak even came out. Jesus Christ. Just look at it and see what's going on here. Sub bosses returning. Very early pre-order details. Animality. MKU power levels. New lore for Scorpion. Air combat. Werewolf fighter in development. Liu Kang as a false god. A false god. Him and his comrades are gonna have to take on they're gonna have to take on them time warriors, them time lords. That's what they're gonna have to take on. A new female fighter is coming. Handicap. Come on now. 2 movie DLC packs with guests. All of this. Come on now. Come on. WB pulls political talk. New MK title. The name of the game. Vengeance. And a whole bunch of other names. Come on now. Limited gun characters. Michael Myers. Ghostface. Frankenstein. DLC characters. Superman being considered for guests. Evil Bizarro. They're going to try to mix those worlds together. Onaga. Reptile returns. Did that video 5 months ago before that even broke. Remember that NRS leak that happened and they showed that thing? I been broke that. He came with a full redesign and everything. Weight system, damage system. Told you 5 months ago tag team was coming back. Come on now. Come on. There's that trailer I told you about. NRS panics after Street Fighter 6 trailer. Motion matching. No MK12 on last gen. I said that 6 months ago. I ain't playing, man. I ain't playing. I tried to tell y'all. But hey, we're gonna wait for the game to come out. And I even told you marketing began already. That was 6 months ago. Soft advertisement begins. Voice actors. I told you the voice actors was at the studio. Voice actors of Smoke, Sector, Kentaro, Johnny Cage and Gears. They returned for voiceovers. That's what they were doing. Now, what did we know he was working on? He was working on Onslaught. He was doing voiceover for Onslaught is what he was doing. Tag teams. New run button. Combo system. Side lore missions. This ended up turning into Onslaught. I want to make that clear. The side lores turned it into Onslaught. Cover stars. We're still waiting for this to take full effect by the time we get a reveal. No PS4 game. Told you that 7 months ago. Major reset. Told you that was going to happen. Some of that showed in Onslaught. Power levels. Newest modes. New community creations feature. I haven't heard no update on that. Co-op crib. Scorpion's weapons. I spelled that wrong too. What else we got? We got some stories up here too. Be sure to check out Vera's history, Tajia's history. Dream Realm is pretty good. Demon Forms is coming. Jarek's getting retconned. Whew, so much up here. Run button is coming. Spinoffs is coming. Ed Boon gets the green light to create spinoff games, which turned out to be Onslaught as well as Shaolin Monks 2. So you can be looking forward to that. It's so much in here. So much. So much. So no more Fatal Blow system. I think y'all get the point. Now Reiko gets leaked by a credible leaker. I told you this was 8 months ago, and I told you Reiko was coming way before that. When I did one of the roster videos, I told you guys that that he was coming at that point. You know? Chameleon. I told you Chameleon was coming 9 months ago. What Ed Boon saying that thing? Chameleon confirmed. I will be doing a video on that too. Don't worry. What else we got here? We got the comics. Alright. So I don't want to spend too much time on this video. I know y'all don't like long videos or whatever the case is. And shout out to Eric Reloaded, man. He got some good content over there. Y'all should check out Eric Reloaded and also check out my boy Pagey. Also, this is Pagey. He does content. He does like flash shows and stuff like that. That's my boy. It's my boy, man. It's my boy. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you watch this video for the first time, make sure to like and subscribe as we ride the wave all the way to 20K. And this is your brand new favorite and exclusive place for daily Mortal Kombat content. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.